Hello guys, welcome back to another streaming movie review, and this one is Peter Pan and Wendy. Peter Pan and Wendy then is a Disney Plus exclusive, and of course it is a remake, or I guess the throwback movies that we're getting now, yeah, by Disney. And I didn't like it, hated it, despised it. That much to say that I'm going to say it right now. I actually rated it the worst score of the year 2023 so far. It's my worst movie so far this year. I didn't like it at all. Like, it just felt so bad, so corny. I am somebody that hasn't really been that strict on the Disney remake cycle of things. You know, we've had like Aladdin and we've had Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, all these things being remade, but for some reason the Disney Plus stuff, i.e. Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp, and now Peter Pan, it just isn't hitting it for me. Whereas we got like The Little Mermaid now to come, obviously that's coming out next week. The cinema releases tend to be a bit better for me. I'm not sure what it is, although The Little Mermaid doesn't look as good as all the other ones. It does look the most remakey of all the remakes, if that makes sense. But in a nutshell, Peter Pan and Wendy follows the story, of course, of Peter Pan. Now, we've already had a remake of this in the sense of Hook, which is a more, not adult version, but I'm just trying to find it on the shelf there. It's a PG, so it's like, we've already had this be remade in this way many, many times. This is a story that is one of my personal favourites, and I think watching it and not really being invested in it, you know, is part of the reason why I wasn't, you know, blown away by this. Even Jude Law in the movie, who plays Captain Hook, he couldn't even save it. You know, we have Peter Pan and Wendy, of course, both small actors really, Alexander Maloney and Eva Anderson playing Wendy. Never heard of them ever, but they just weren't very good in my opinion. And it just felt a dull, bland, boring film, in my opinion. There's not much more I can really say about it other than to just keep hating on it, but I'm just going to use the rest of the review to talk about, you know, some of the things that I think they could have done a bit better. I felt like this movie was trying to be dark, but then it wasn't going dark, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted it to, it was like set up and it was like, oh, this is going to be quite good. I think this could be different, this could be interesting. But then it was like, you know, all happy and Disney and all that type of thing on the backdrop of a really negative, bad looking movie, if that makes sense. Not bad looking, but you know what I mean, in terms of it set the mood in the right way, in my opinion, which is why I kind of gave it 1.5 stars, because I think the 1.5 really has come from, you know, it looked great, aesthetically pleasing, all of that, and it was always going to. Disney throws loads of money in their budgets for films, so it's always going to be a good looking film. But I think the problem with this film for me was the casting. I think every single person, Jim Gaffigan, who played Smee, he was terrible, I thought. He looked awful. And also the person who was Tinkerbell, Yara Shahidi, she was boring. Like, there was just dull, bland castings throughout the board. So whoever was the casting director for this film, in my opinion, needs to be sacked. Because for me, I just thought that there was a lot better choices out there for many of those roles. Like Jim Gaffigan playing Smee. Like, you could have put someone like James Corden in there, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, added a bit of comedy to it, you know. Smee is a funny character in the cartoon, you know. You can't go down that route of it, like, of this, in this context. Yeah, I wasn't sold by this, and of course we've got another remake now coming up this month with The Little Mermaid. Doesn't look that great, so will it be better than this? I'm not too sure, but I am at the point now of getting done with this. Obviously, we've got like Moana coming out now, which is nuts to me that a film that came out 6-7 years ago is now being remade 6-7 years later. It's just nuts. It's just going crazy, and I think because Disney have got this Disney Plus, they just feel like they've got to fill it with content, which they have, and the only content they're going to do is just remake things they've done on animation, and I just think it's bad. Like I say, same as Pinocchio, same as Lady and the Tramp, and Peter Pan and Wendy. It just stays at that level. It's just boring. So yeah, not a very good review. Not a very good film. Didn't enjoy it, but let me know your thoughts down below. Have you seen Peter Pan and Wendy? Are you going to see it? I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't bother. But there it is, 1.5 star. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.